What's up guys, my name is Redbank and today I will be ranking every 6v6 map within Modern Warfare. I will be ranking these maps based on how they play in respawn game modes, how they play in non-respawn game modes such as Search and Destroy, the layout of the map, and how other people tend to play it. I will be ranking these 21 maps on 6 tiers from Fireable Offense tier all the way to God tier, and lastly there is no Euphrates Bridge because I believe it got taken out of 6v6 before I started playing. Coming in at 21st overall and worst of the fireable offense tier, we have Piccadilly. This takes absolutely no explanation. The map is terrible in all ways. The cover that barely exists, that does exist, blows up and kills you, and there's a really annoying sound like that that happens only on this map, and I don't know why. This map is awful. There's absolutely nothing good about this map, and I lose brain cells every single time I play on it without fail. And coming in at 20th overall and the best of the fireable offense tier, we have Anaya Incursion, which is based off Anaya Palace. Admittedly, I don't have that much playing time on it because I haven't played a whole lot of Respawn since this map came out. That being said, I have never had fun on it, and I think the layout is atrocious. I find it to be either you camp in the top of Palace slash the top of Pool, or you get killed by someone camping there. I've never seen pushing be rewarded, and I think this map is just absolutely horrific. If you like sitting in buildings and playing like it's real life, it's for you, but that's not for me, so I think this map is unplayable. This might be a bit of a surprise, but coming in at 19th overall and second worst of the bad tier is Shipment. I think this map is very fun. It's super helpful for getting Damascus and camos, but watch this. This map is fun, but at the end of the day, how good is a map if you're guaranteed to get spawn killed at least 10 times every single game? And coming in at 18th overall and second worst of the bad tier is Azir Cave. In my opinion, this map is way too big and it is way too good to camp in. The spawn buildings are very effective for camping. This map plays absolutely atrociously for respawn because of the spawn camping. And this map does not encourage a healthy and good playstyle, in my opinion, and I have it very low for that reason. And coming in at 17th overall and second best in the bad tier is Rust. Same deal with Shipment. The spawns on this map are so absolutely atrocious, I have no choice but to leave it this low. You know what you're getting into when you play it at the very least, and you do get high kill games and you do have fun most of the time. But again, how high can I rank this map if you're guaranteed to get spawn killed at least 10, 15 times every single game, especially from all the way up? Coming in at 16th overall and the best of the bad tier is Arklov Peak. This map is just too big, plain and simple. You can literally remove 50% of the map and lose nothing of value, but instead the map has to be unnecessarily large, and not even are the spawns too big and encourage camping, you spawn all the way back to where you're 15 seconds away from action. And coming in at 15th overall and the worst of the average tier, I have Grozny Raid. This map, again, same with Arklov Peak and Azir Cave, is just too big. It just encourages camping too much with the middle buildings, and I find it really not fun for respawn, although I think it is pretty decent for non-respawn. It still is just too campy, and it's just too big to be a real good 6v6 map. Coming in at 14th overall and middle of the average tier is St. Petrograd. To me, this is just the most average map. It does nothing absolutely terribly. It's not completely unplayable. It plays below average for non-respawn, but it has a good layout and plays above average and plays fast for its size in respawn, which is why I have it just average and completely middle of the road, because that's what it is. Coming in at 13th overall and the best of the average, I have Scrapyard. I think the mid-plains area and the buildings to the left and right side of the map, I think that layout is incredible. I think it might be top 5 in just that area. But the reason it's so low is that there's a building on both sides of the spawn that are super easy to camp in, and everyone just sits there. I find it incredibly irritating because in every single game I've ever played, there's at least 2 people sitting in those buildings with claymores, mounted up with sniper rifles, refusing to push forward and have fun. It just drives me insane. I think that makes it alone near unplayable at times, but because of the mid layout, I have it where it is. And coming in at 12th overall and the worst of the decent tier, I have Crash. I find camping to be just a little bit too effective. I don't think it plays that well for respawn, but I think it plays really well for non-respawn, and I think the layout is really unique and really good. Coming in at 11th overall and second best in the decent tier, I have Talsic Backlot. I think the layout of this map is really good. It's really original and I like it, and I think it does play very well for non-respawn game modes, and it requires a team effort to win, which I like, but it's really not good for non-respawn, and if you get people that don't move, this map is not fun. Coming in at 10th overall and the best of the decent tier, I have Hard Hat. I find this map to be okay for non-respawn. The layout's, again, okay. It can get a little old pretty fast, but in my opinion, this map for respawn is top 5 easy. This map plays very well for respawn. Coming in at 9th overall and worst of the good, I have Ramasa. I think this is the best layout in the game, and it plays very well for non-respawn game modes. But for respawn game modes, I don't think it plays that well, and I haven't had a whole lot of success on it, which is why it is where it is. But I do really love the layout. Coming in at 8th overall and second worst of the good tier, I have Atlas Superstore. A lot of people don't like this map, but I think it plays very well for non-respawn game modes, and I think the layout is good. I think it plays pretty poorly and a little slow for respawn, which is why I have it where it is, but I think this map is very good for non-respawn game modes. Coming in at 7th overall and third best of the good tier, I have Condor Hideout or Condor Hideout. In my opinion, it's a very good map for non-respawn, and the layout is pretty good, but it is just awful for respawn game modes, and I don't know why, because it's not spawn killing. It just plays terribly. Coming in at 6th overall and second best of the good tier is the brand new Cheshire Park. I think this map is incredibly well designed. I think the layout is fantastic. It is very good for both respawn and non-respawn game modes. I already have an ace in Search and Destroy on this map. The only reason why this isn't the clear-cut number 1 is because of the spawn buildings and the people that abuse them, because there's at least 2 people every game that stay in there the whole time and make the map really not fun. This might be a bit of a surprise, but coming in at 5th overall and best of the good tier is Hovek Sawmill. I think it's very good for respawn game modes. It's one of the best for non-respawn game modes, and it has a very balanced layout that encourages pushing, and pushing is usually rewarded on this map, which is why I think it's as good as it is. Coming in at 4th overall and worst of the God tier is Shoot House. I think it has a fantastic layout and is the single best map for non-respawn, but in respawn people will not play to have fun and they will camp, and that makes this map really tiring, which is why it is as low as it is. And coming in at 3rd overall and second worst of the God tier is Vacant. I think this map plays very well for its size and is a fantastic map for respawn. I think the layout inside the building is very well designed, but this map can play a little campy, and for that reason it gets tiring, which is why I put it here. Coming in at number 2 and second best in the God tier is Gunrunner. I think this has an absolutely phenomenal layout and is one of the best, if not the best maps for respawn, and it is still very good for non-respawn. And the only reason I didn't put it number 1 is because the buildings in the back of each spawn are very easy to camp in, and although it doesn't happen as much as other maps, it still promotes an unhealthy playstyle, so I can't put it at number 1. And coming in at number 1 with the single best map in Modern Warfare, I have Hackney Yard. I think it is a very good layout and is a top tier map for both respawn and non-respawn game modes. But the reason I have it at number 1 above Gunrunner is because the buildings in the spawn are not great for camping, which in turn promotes a healthy playstyle, and pushing is very rewarding, which makes this map fun, which makes this map, in my opinion, the best in the game. Anyways guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you agree or disagree, please let me know why in the comments, and if you guys could like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. And anyways guys, thank you for watching.